thank you so much for taking the interest in entrepreneurship, and some of you freelancing, because back in the day, not everybody wanted to be an entrepreneur. Most of our, as you know, most of our parents lived in the time where all there was only employment. It's not that it was bad. It's just that there are better opportunities right now thanks to technology. And I honor you for taking the time to explore what opportunities are waiting for you in this moment. So thank you so much for uh, joining this webinar. So that means I am surrounded by Gen Zs, if I'm not mistaken. So that's fun. So that will be, it's always fun learning from each other. All right. This is digital marketing for Filipino SMEs. Even if you are an aspiring entrepreneur, or you are an aspiring small and medium enterprise person, you are going to learn from this. If you have questions, just type it in the chat space, or I think there is a question feature here in Zoom. Just type it there and we're going to answer it later after the session. All right. So what you're going to learn today are the following. Understand digital marketing and its areas, how Filipino SMEs can succeed at digital marketing, know the importance of social media marketing for your business, and how you can help your audience know that your business exists through Facebook. So I'm seeing lines here. I don't know if I did that one, but anyway, while I'm figuring it out, could you tell me, could you give me a 1 if you are ready in the chat space? Come on. Let me see those ones there. All right. All right. Thank you so much. I love this crowd. It's your fingers are alive. So, okay, let's get this going. First things first, what is marketing? So this is the word that is in between everything. And let's talk about it now. Let's talk about the elephant in the room. What is marketing? It's a study of management of exchange of values and relationship between the buyers and the sellers. So I think the keywords there are the exchange of values, and there's also a relationship, and there are two types of people involved, the buyer and the seller. Now, it used to be when marketing is product focused. If you remember these types of ad, or maybe you've seen this on the internet because this is so old, but I saw this, I saw these ads before in magazines, and it's really amusing. It's really fun. But this is an example of product focused marketing. This talks about products that are produced, mass produced, and is distributed in supermarkets and in brick and mortar stores. What are the examples of product focused marketing? It could be soaps, it could be shampoo, could be just like in this example, a kitchen cleaner. So these products were mass produced, and it's marketed that, you know, you need to have this so that your kitchen can become clean. You need to buy the soap so that you can be clean. You need to buy the shampoo. So it's more focused on what the product can do for the buyer. Compare it now to what has happened today. It's now customer focused. We are not just creating soaps just because everybody in the world needs to take a bath. We are creating products to create customer experience, to make the customer happy. So this is about looking at what the customer wants, and not because there are many soaps around, and me, for example, as a soap creator, I would be joining those companies who are also creating soaps. You go for some customers at this time, because if you remember in the product focus marketing, what if of course if everybody is buying soap, you would be like, okay, everybody's my customer. It's not the way it works now. You go for some customers, like for instance, Safeguard and Lifebuoy. They are, let's say, these are soaps for the general public, those who would like to make sure that their hands are clean. Maybe it's being recommended in the hospitals because that's where it's needed the most. But there are customers who want their skin to breathe, and those brands can't do that, so they choose another one. And so those companies who are going for those types of customers, they are focusing their marketing on those specific customers. Also, the profits are coming from the value linked to the product, and this is where we build customer loyalty. We get the share of the wallet of the customer, and it's cheaper to retain customers at the customer focused marketing. And from here, you can cross sell or upsell, unlike before. The first thing that you need to know as a business owner is these. You need to understand the who, when, what, how, and why of marketing. And we are going to talk about this. Actually, I'm going to make this simpler for you by introducing to you the 3 M's. Okay, so let's go first with the first M. The first M is the market. This first M will be explained better by the who and the when in the business map that I've shown you. So what does market mean? Market means knowing your customer and how did you started, or how did you start your journey with your customer. Because like what I said, nowadays, not everyone is your customer. You can't target everybody. That would be really weird at this time. Also, this asks the question or answers the question, when did your potential customer meet you? What happened after your quote unquote first meeting? So these are the references that I would want you to read on so that you get to understand your customer further and understand also how you are going to journey with them before they buy from you. That is a market. Market, simply saying this is your audience. The second M is message. This is explained in the what. So this is about the message and the brand position. What do we mean by that? What do you want to tell them? Okay, you have a specific audience. You know them very well. You know what keeps them awake at night. You know their favorite K-pop band. You know where they go to, if it's possible nowadays. So you have those on your list. Now, the next question is, what do you want to tell them? If you have a business, what do you want to tell your audience that has something to do with your business? The message should be anywhere, either from your website, your social media post, and even your employees should know what your message is all about. It's encompassing and it's aligned. Also, a message should always have a call to action or CTA. So sorry, it's what and why. So message and brand position, and then the why. The why is the call to action. What do you want them to do? Because yes, you told them that your business exists, you are located here, you can do delivery, and it's even free, and we have branches here, and here are the benefits of our product or service. This is for you because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. After that, you would want them to take an action. Some of the business owners or Filipino SMEs, they would want for the customer to register, like what Patrice asked you a while ago to do. So would you like to register as a member of Ace Commerce? So please register. That's a call to action. Would the business owner want their buyer to immediately buy, or maybe instead don't go to their website first, or maybe even call them first for more information? So that is the message. And then the third M is the media, and this is the how. We're going to talk about the channels here, and most of the time, as I understood the 3 M's of marketing, this is where business owners are putting their efforts in. It's all about the channel. It's all about the channel. Because like everyone is here, let's go there. Everyone is in this platform, let's go in this platform. That's not the way marketing goes. These 3 M's, they stand with each other. One wrong move in any of the M's and marketing is gonna fail. So let's talk about media. Media means how are you going to tell the message to your market? What tool or platform are you going to use? So these are the means or the media. It could be one, could be madami, no? And before, this was done via traditional marketing. Traditional marketing means television, radio, billboard, newspaper, flyers, brochures, tarpaulins. What else? We have a what do you call this? There's a brick and mortar business here. They keep on putting small flyers in our gate, in our fence. So that's traditional marketing. Because I checked it one time and there's no Facebook page. So I said, okay, they're relying 100% on this little flyer. So if it flies, it's gone. So there you go. But now we use digital channels, which is good. In the last few years, small business owners, whether Filipino or Indonesian or Singaporean, Taiwanese, can compete with the same business in the US, in United Kingdom, in Germany through digital channels. So based on the budget that you have as an SME, you can choose which media you can leverage to reach your audience. So what I'm trying to say is there are 2 types of media. There's three. There's an owned, there's an earned, and there's paid. So what do we mean by these? Owned media means you bought this one and you have control of this type of media. What are these? These are the websites that you see, blogs, social media pages and accounts, customer care services, and proprietary digital content. If you wrote an ebook, that's yours. You can control that one, right? How about earned media? When we say earned media, you work hard and sometimes even long term, 3 months, 6 months, even up to a year before you could get customers or even potential leads on this type of media. Earned media is social media as well, word of mouth. You get featured on the news or you get someone to write a press release about you, and you do blogger relationships. Those are earned. Now, the paid media is, of course, you need to spend marketing budget for you to use this type of media. So this is internet advertising, this is search marketing, mobile advertising, doing sponsored posts on social, and paid applications. So Those are the 3 M's. Could you type it in this in the chat space? What are those? It's market, it's media, and it's message. Market, message, media. Market, message, media. Okay? If you're gonna ask me which is the most important, no one in the among the 3 M's is should be left behind. But if you ask me, the most important is the market. Then it's followed by the message, and then lastly by the media. Okay, thank you so much. My audience is still alive and learning. Okay, let me tell you, students, and let's be clear about this. Marketing is not sales. There are two different things. Okay, sales refers to all activities that lead to selling of goods and services, while marketing, it's the process of getting people interested in the goods and services first. So everything, you provide them information, you provide them benefits, you keep on talking to them, you build relationship with them. That is marketing. All the activities that lead to selling of goods and services, when you chat with them and you tell them, this is our phone number, would you like to call us? And then you close deals with them, or you make them buy 10 pieces instead of 1. That is sales. Okay? Because most of the time, business owners put these together, they say, oh, it's the same thing. No, it's not. It's like my college professor putting together advertising and public relations as one subject. So I got really confused. So don't be like that. So, but so nowadays, how do you do marketing? So let's circle in back now. I talked about a while ago, what do we mean by marketing? How do we do marketing as a business owner? So there's 3 M's: market, message, and media. So now, circling back, how do you do your marketing? We do it now digitally. Okay? Our parents, our lolos and lolas, they relied on television to see commercials, heard over the radio about the newest product. We saw it on the billboards in EDSA, because it's possible to travel to EDSA before. Now it seemed like it's been a decade since we are here in the house, but we do marketing digitally now. We use digital technologies. We use the internet. We use mobile phone apps. We use display advertising. Any digital medium where you can reach your market and tell them about your message. That is digital marketing. All right. Why does digital marketing matter? It's not only because it's the thing, it's the in thing now and in the future. It goes beyond that, and we're gonna look at some numbers. Okay. This is a report from We Are Social and Hootsuite. They work together every year to release digital marketing reports globally and specifically per country. So let's see this. This is digital in the Philippines. This is way back 2015. So I'm how old were you in 2015? Because I was already like in my mid-30s at this point. So please don't tell me you're 10 years old in 2015. I would really feel old. So like, okay, Christine, thank you so much, Christine. 17. Okay, Christine 17 during this time. So digital in the Philippines in January 2015. Let's find this out. The active social media accounts 6 years ago is 14 million. Now, Tricia's 15. Thank you for making me old. Thanks, guys. Now, let's go fast forward 6 years later in 2021. They changed the name of the category, but this is still the digital situation in the Philippines. As of January, active social media users is now 89 million. With a population of 80.7%, that's a lot, right? It's like almost one person in the Philippines has a social media account, right? So what else? Let's look at more numbers. This is time spent with media. So in 2015, we use social media on an average in any device at 4 hours and 15 minutes. Well, probably because during that time, the internet is still slow. And right now, this is still surprising. Daily time spent on media right now, it's still 4 hours and 15 minutes. So I don't know what happened there. Did the internet in the Philippines went faster in the last 6 years? Or are we just really glued in our phones, in our desktop, that we are still spending 4 hours in front of it? I don't know. Also, this is a data from Statista. This is like 2 or 3 years ago. And this is what you're seeing right now is the worldwide digital and TV ad spending in the US. So they compared how advertisers and companies are spending advertising in the US, all worldwide, worldwide. So as you see, TV here is TV is the purple. So it has plateaued, right, in the last few years. And you'll see digital going up, and probably by now, worldwide, we are spending 347.7 billion US dollars in advertising. We are now spending digitally to promote our products and services. That number may be bigger now because of what happened. And when I say what happened, this is what happened. So this is one of the reasons why digital marketing matters. Those numbers that I showed to you are indicators that people are already digital. They are already there. We're actually immersed there. It's impossible for a kid walking in the street without a phone right now. And even our lolos and lolas have become techie. They're even doing TikTok. They're even better at TikTok than myself. So, and you might say that this has been because COVID-19 happened. It doubled, tripled the use of digital platforms. But it has always been there. We've been doing digital for the last 1 or 2 decades. You just might feel like we are just into it right now. It's because digitally, Philippines is always late. So, but because of what happened, because of the pandemic, digital marketing mattered more than ever. I remember during this period last year, I helped an association of business owners here in the Philippines. They are a national association. They asked my help plus my colleagues in digital marketing if they could help them how to market their businesses digitally. Because for the longest time, the members of that association relied on traditional marketing. So that means if they send a flyer in the mall, they assume that the person is going to their brick and mortar store and subscribe to their service. When the pandemic happened, everything was shut down. Nobody can go out of the house. The business were in shambles. For the first time ever, the business was shaken. They didn't know what to do. So they asked me if I could help them identify, understand how digital marketing can help them. So is it a case of too late for you to jump? No, everyone is welcome on the internet. Internet is so big. So, but these trying times, they help us become better SMEs so that we can continue connecting with our customers, never forgetting how to serve them. All right. In the next few minutes, I'm going to share with you the types of digital marketing that Filipino SMEs can utilize. I chose specifically these types of digital marketing because there's a lot. There are a lot of types, and if I share them with you, 4 to 5:30 or 5 o'clock isn't enough, and not all of them may be useful. So I'm going to share with you a few. So the first type of digital marketing that Filipino SMEs can use is search engine optimization. This is the art and science of marketing a website attractive to search engines. So in this example of an SEO, you see at the left side, you're seeing at the left side of your screen, I search digital marketing for SMEs because this is the title of our Ace Commerce webinar today, right? So I search it on Google, the search engine that knows everything about yourself, almost godlike. So just kidding. So as you see there, in the red arrows are showing you those websites. That means these websites invested on search engine optimization. They have the right keywords so that when a person like me types, I'm looking for digital marketing for SMEs, their websites will pop up at the first page of Google or any search engine. All right. The next one is search engine marketing or SEM. SEM, this is the practice of marketing a business using paid advertisements, and they appear on search engine results pages. So SERPs is kind of technical, and even I myself is finding it complicated. But if you're gonna ask, what's the difference? So as you see at the right side of the screen, I search email marketing on Google. So what appeared were sendinblue.com and engage.marketo.com. And as you see, there's a word ad beside those website links. So that means these companies, Sendinblue and Marketo, they invested on advertising so that their websites with the right keywords can go up the search. All right. So to give you an example of what's the difference between SEM and SEO. So I tried typing, looking for cleaning services in Bonifacio Global City. So I know not all of you is in the, you don't live in the metro, but anyway, as you know, in Metro Manila, there are cleaning services, and they are very beneficial for those who are living in a condo units, right? So I tried searching and it gave me both SEM and SEO results. So with the SEM at the left side, you will see those companies, those cleaning services that invested in SEM. Why? How did I learn about that? There is the word ad beside the website link. Okay. On the other side of the screen, the right side is the SEO. So these are the companies that, well, they didn't invest in SEM, but because they invested in SEO, making sure that the right keywords for their company is there in their website, and they improve the website, they post blogs, they put their services there. So they are also on the first page of the search engine. So I hope you got the difference between SEM and SEO. Both are effective. So remember the SEM is a paid media. SEO, it's an earned media because you take time to create this one, and you constantly improve this one until you get on top of the search engine. Yeah, thanks, Jacqueline. She says it's interesting. All right. The third one, sorry, is instant messaging marketing. This is marketing closely related to social networks. These are WhatsApp, Viber, Telegram, Discord. What is in your phone right now that I haven't mentioned? Because you probably have more in IM apps than mine. So you can type it in the chat. Skype, yes. Thank you, Shell. These instant messaging platforms are also the type of digital marketing that Filipino SMEs can use, because you can communicate to your customers directly, direct message. So if they ask a question, you can answer immediately, sagot agad. Diba? Unlike email before. Like if you don't open your email, you won't see it. If let's say your potential customers are following you on Viber, if they ask a question, you get to answer. It's direct and it's on time, right? And of course, it's faster than like what I said, email and standard messages. Viber, as Stephanie said, Viber, yes, Line. I forgot. See, I told you. Maybe some of you have Weibo. See, Micah, Twitter is a social media platform. So just to let you know the difference. So Twitter is, even if it's a 200, no, it's right. It's correct. It's a 280 character platform, but it's a social media platform. It's not an instant marketing messaging. Email marketing is another type of digital marketing that Filipino SMEs can use. This is the act of sending promotional messages to people in mass quantities. And I am not talking about, you go to Gmail or to Yahoo or to whatever email that you have right now, and then you put all the email addresses of your customers, and then you say something, you say your message, and then you hit send. That is okay, but not advisable. With email marketing, we use tools like MailChimp, MailerLite, Drip. So those tools that I mentioned, those are email marketing softwares. You put the email addresses of your customers there, and it stores the emails are stored there, and they can even segment. For example, these 100 emails of your customers, these already bought from you. So what's going to happen is you can send them promotional messages already via email marketing. Why? Because they already bought from you before. And then let's say there's another 100 list on your hands. You put it on an email marketing software. And this next 100 emails, they haven't bought from you, but they have asked you questions before. So they don't have buying experience yet. So with that, you, instead of sending them a promotion email, you can send them an email about an information of your business, and then a call to action of like, if you want to get this information, if you would like to get to know more about this information, give us a call or reply to this message. So with the example that I did, we have segmented the way we send emails to customers, and that is possible because of email marketing. And then lastly is social media marketing. This is obvious, everybody's using this right now. So social media is the use of social media platforms to connect with your audience, to build your brand, increase sales, and even drive website traffic. Yes, Telegram for Trisha and WhatsApp for Christian. Those are instant messaging. So Micah, Twitter falls here on social media marketing. And our team from Ace Commerce says that TikTok, it's here. That's part of social media marketing. Now, like what I said, there's a lot of there's lots of types of digital marketing. So I gave you 5. That's SEO, SEM, instant messaging, email marketing, and social media marketing. Now, at this point, I'm going to tell you what I'm going to break down the social media marketing part, because like what I said, all of us are into social. So there's lots and lots of social media marketing platforms out there, and we're going to filter it down to just one, and it's Facebook. Okay? So, why Facebook? And also, the other question that is related to why Facebook, is Facebook still relevant? I remember joining Facebook in 2009, and I was invited by a friend. I told that friend, you know what, I didn't want to go to Facebook because I'm a busy person and I'm not going to be able to manage that one, because during that time all my office mates were into Multiply and Friendster. That shows my age. So everyone's there. So it's they're going crazy about it. Like they were telling each other, how come you're not in Multiply? I'm already there. I'm gonna connect with you. Or you or the other one would say, oh, I saw you post something on this platform, like I'm following you already. So I'm like, so I was like, I'm a busy person, I'm not gonna go there. And then my friend said, I'm inviting you to Facebook. I said no, I didn't have a choice because he's my friend. I'm now on Facebook. Later on, after a week, I saw myself more updated than that friend. So until now, I'm on Facebook. Now, why Facebook, and is it still relevant? It's been more than a decade, and we have experienced many weird stuff lately, and even before with Facebook. You might have experienced Facebook outage or maybe not. So I didn't, because I was sleeping during that time. And also, you might have heard about this, that they've had a change of name. They're now called Meta. The whole company is now called Meta. Facebook is still Facebook. It's under Meta. Is it still relevant? Let's see this chart again. This is from Hootsuite and We Are Social, and this is as of January 2021. These are the most used social media platforms in the Philippines. Now, until last year, Facebook is top. It's a top platform in the Philippines. Now it's down to the second to YouTube. But if you're gonna take a look at it, Facebook still has 96.8% usage here in the Philippines, right? So thank you, Pat, for putting those lines. So yeah, 96.8% for Facebook. And if you're gonna take a look at the arrows, there's Facebook Messenger, there's Instagram, and there's WhatsApp. Those 3 are still under the Meta family. That means they are still under the same company, those platforms. So they still have a big chunk of our audiences here in the Philippines. So to explain, Facebook marketing, this is a type of social media marketing, and it offers a variety of highly paid, highly targeted paid advertisements and organic posts. Facebook marketing allows brands to put their products and services in front of a massive audience. And even Gary Vaynerchuk, a well-known book author, social media influencer, and a digital marketing agency owner, is also suggesting to everybody that if you're just going to get started today on your marketing and you want to keep things simple, you can't be in the game without having a Facebook and an Instagram. So it's still relevant. Actually, Gary Vaynerchuk is really into Instagram, and he said it's just getting better. Now, here's how you can help your audience know that your business exists through Facebook. So let's say like what Gary Vaynerchuk said, you're just getting started today. Like you guys, you're aspiring entrepreneurs and you want to get started on marketing your products or services. So how should people know that your business exists on Facebook? So 5 things. First one, remember the 3 M's. We mentioned this a while ago. We talked about this a while ago. It's market, who's your customer, message, what do you want to tell them and what do you want them to do, media. Right now, we're talking of Facebook. Okay? Remember the 3 M's. Second, be clear what you want Facebook to do for you. What's your goal? Be clear with that one. So with Facebook, it gives you a guide to help you and your customers go on a journey together. So do you want Facebook to let your potential customers know that you have an online delivery service? That's an example of brand awareness. It's making people know that, hey, this business exists, it's located here, they do this and that. The second one is consideration. What does consideration mean? This is the stage wherein your potential customer is getting to know you. They are checking your website, so you put your website on your Facebook page, you tell them about a certain benefit, you post that benefit on your Facebook page as a post. You want your customers to know who are the people behind your business. So you feature one of your employees. You record them saying something in a video and then you post it on your Instagram Reels or on your Facebook stories. Those are examples of consideration. You make people be informed of what is your business, what's in it for them. Like, so what, right? And then the last one is conversion. This is the part wherein, okay, you have provided a lot of information, you have kept in touch with them many times, and then your customer is ready to buy. So in the conversion, they get to buy from you once, twice, many times, and even recommend you, send you reviews so that more people would get to know your business, brand awareness, consider you, and then get to buy from you. I hope everybody got that one. Third one, maximize the use of Facebook's features. So in Facebook alone, there are lots of features and you're seeing them on this slide right now. 5 out of 6 are free. That means walang bayad. You can log in on your Facebook right now and create a Facebook page. You can go to Facebook Marketplace and post your product. You can join Facebook groups. You can message your friends on Facebook Messenger and tell them, "Oh, you buy my product, it's weekend." Right? Facebook Shops is free. That's just new. That was just launched early this year, but it's now also here in the Philippines. Just a bit challenging on the requirements, but once you get past through it, Facebook Shop is going to help you even if you don't have an e-commerce site. And of course, Facebook ads, you can't use this unless you shell out marketing budget. Just to be fair, okay? That's the only one that's paid among these features. Maximize their use because it's free, right? You can get you can reach as many audience on Facebook, but at the same time, you won't be able to get to them if you don't maximize these features. So take into consideration why you're gonna use this and how you're gonna use this. Another one is you have to remember that Facebook stay is not a right. It's a privilege that are given to us. If Meta takes down Facebook tomorrow, you can't tell them that you're so unfair, you're so weird, why do you do that? It's their right. They have a control of what they can do to Facebook. Same with Instagram and WhatsApp and all their other family of apps. So it's best for us to follow their guidelines. All right. And then lastly, never forget to be human. I remember one of my podcast guests, as you know, I have a podcast, it's called Pinto Top. One of my guests there, you would want to check it out. It's called, he is Marcus Murphy, and he's actually a LinkedIn expert. And I love that I interviewed him because he talked about being human in my episode. In one of the questions that I asked him, he said, you know what? Let's pretend that we are outside, we are walking in, down the street, and then lo and behold, someone is going to jump on you and tell you, hey, buy my service, buy my product, because it's like this, and this. So he told me, do you think, like, what would you do if someone would jump on you and tell you to buy their product or service? And then I said, I would run away. And he said, exactly, because that's not a human thing to do. And unfortunately, that's exactly what we're doing. We tell each other, we tell our potential customers to buy my product, buy my product, buy my product. When instead, we are given the opportunity to build relationships first, right? You don't jump on someone and tell them you buy my product. You get to know the person. You get to know your market first, and from there you tell them as time goes by. Tell them more about their product. That's how you become human. You become human digitally. So those are the ways that can help you so that your audience would know that your business exists on Facebook. Remember the 3 M's. Have clear business goals. You maximize the use of the features of Facebook. Remember also, it's not a right. Our Facebook stay is not a right, and be human. So I'd like you to type on the chat space maybe what do you think resonated to you most among these 5. So let me know in the chat space. But in the meantime, I was able to provide you what you were expected to learn today. I'd like to thank Ace Commerce Global for giving me this opportunity to share what I know to Filipino students. And if you want to learn more from me, I encourage you to subscribe and leave a review at Pinto Top Podcast. It's the podcast for Filipino entrepreneurs and experts. You can listen to it via Apple, Google, Stitcher, Spotify, Breaker, Overcast, and my website is there, AnnChristine.com. Thanks so much. Have a great afternoon.